your response to intervention specialist for both reading and math. And we are going to tackle an informational text today. We're going to focus on, in this lesson, constructing short answer responses and using text evidence. So this session will be for all level learners that are, I like to reference a grade level, that are between grades 4 and 12, and for our beginning, intermediate, like GED learners, or let's say developmental reading learners at the adult level. So that's just to give you an idea that this lesson is good as a teach piece for developmental reading and developmental writing. Let's begin by taking a look at our document. We're going to head our document. Make sure you have your pencils, your colored pens, your colored overlays as I share my screen. If you have your readers, put them on. Please forgive the imperfections in our copy. I have my colored pens because, like I said, this lesson is for all level learners, and even for those dyslexic learners. I think I have a blue pen. Look, real teacher life here. Real interventionist specialist life. We're always trying to get something together, right? Professors, right, educators? Yes, yes, yes. So on the name line, write your first and last name. On the name line, I will intentionally speak a little slowly for our second language learners. Make sure that your first name begins with a capital letter. Make sure that you are writing each letter neatly. Each letter has a shape, a name, a feel, and a sound. So distinguish between the uppercase and lowercase letters. Write the date. Example, today's date that this is being recorded is April, that's capital A. Look at the lowercase p. The head sits on the line, the tail is written below the line or pulled below the line. That's capital A, P, R, I, L. And write your numbers neatly for those that may struggle with number writing or number recognition. April 8th, 2021. So this is our informational text on the history of the candle. Let's number our paragraphs first. We're going to organize our reading. This is paragraph 1. This is paragraph 2. Let's go back. Paragraph 1 starts with the word what? It. Paragraph 2 starts with the word the. Good job. Paragraph 3 starts with the word what? Europeans. What is our word? Europeans. And paragraph 4 starts with the word over. Good job. How many paragraphs are in this informational text? 4. Now we're going to number our lines. We're going to number our lines by 10. Again, this helps the reader organize what is going to be read so that you can say, oh, I found the answer in paragraph 1 on line. That's the purpose for the reading. If you have a passage that's not organized, meaning where the paragraphs are numbered. So let's number each line by 10. Let's start at line 1. Count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 is written by the word what? Candles. Start counting here, starting with 1. Count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're counting by tens. What number will we write here? 20. Good job. See? 10, 20. We will start here next with the number 1. Count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 20. What number goes here? 30. And of course, this piece is also for professors that are learning or undergoing professional development. If you're teaching what? Government, history, anything in social studies, economics, philosophy, sociology, anything that deals, or any subject, I hate to say anything, any subject that deals with reading and informational text. You want to make sure that you practice this skill so that you can teach it to your readers as they are developing into stronger readers. What will we do first? Will we read the text first or will we read the question first? Now, I have an actual class, so you're going to hear them. What are we going to do? We're going to read the questions first. Why are we going to read the questions first? Why? Oh, so that they can hear you online. Why? Say it a little louder. So that we will know what to look for. Well, what does that look like, learners? What are we looking for? We're looking for the what? Answers to these what? Questions. And so where will we find the answers to these questions? In the passage. That means that you must go back into the what? Passage. Now, let's not forget more of our text features. Take your pencil, take your pen, professors, scholars, circle your what? Pictures. It doesn't matter if you are at the collegiate level or at the grades, even 3 through 12. Let me put third grade in there. Anything that deals with state testing or informational passages, that's pencil, paper, this is what you want to practice. Here's another picture. What do we see in these pictures? We see what? Candles. So we know the story is going to be all about what? Candles. Put a box around your title. Read your title. The history of the candle. All right. So let's determine the author's purpose. Let's write, let me get a different pen. Let's write capital A, period, capital P, period. This stands for author's purpose. Now we're going to write a prediction about the author's purpose. So here's the trick, professors. Here's the trick, scholars. In order to determine what the author's purpose is, we're going to quickly circle repetitive words. What does repetitive mean? What are we going to do? Circle those words that we see what? Over and over and over. This is a pre-reading strategy. It's informational. Is informational fact or is it fiction? Fiction? It's a fact. So this is real. This is not made up. So we're going to start with paragraph 1. Let's see. We're looking for those words that we see over and what? Over. Oh. Light. Light. Oh, light. Here's electricity. Go back to electric. Light. Candles, because candle is in our title. Candles. Did we see the word burn before? Where did we see the word burn? We saw burning. See how they are picking up on the derivatives? And this is called going back and skimming over what was previously viewed. So burning, burn, candles, candles. Now, what you're going to do before you leave paragraph 1 is you're going to underline the last 2 sentences of the first paragraph. You can even underline the first 2 sentences of the first paragraph, but it's the last 2. Take a look. We are here. We're determining where we need to begin underlining. Where do we need to begin? At the word what? The. So take a look. Let's read it together on the count of 2. We are here. 1, 2. The first candles were made by the ancient Egyptians who dipped reeds into animal fat to burn them. Historians called these early candles rushlights, and they were actually more similar to flaming torches than to modern candles because they weren't coated in wax. What is the author's purpose for this passage? Make a sentence. The author is going to what? We're the reader. The author is going to what? Teach us about rush lights or teach us about, oh, the author is, this is the author's purpose. The author is going to teach us about candles. You don't need to misspell the word, period. Use the words as your dictionary. And professors, scholars, you can even circle repetitive words in paragraph 2, but we'll get there in a moment. That's just so that you can understand, I think I'm going to read about. As a matter of fact, I'm going to have us do that. Let's look at paragraph 2. Let's continue circling repetitive words. Candles. These are words we see over and over. Did we pass the word wicks or wick in paragraph 1? We're skimming. We're going back. Okay, no, we didn't. Keep skimming. I see the word dipped. I do believe we might have passed the word dipped in paragraph 1. Let's go back. First candles were made. Oh, yes, we did. You see the word dipped? Yes, so circle the word dipped. Then here it is again. Dipped. Look, here's the word wax. And then I see the word beeswax. I see the word fat again. And I saw the word fat here. And then I see the word animal. in paragraph 1, and I also see animals in paragraph 2. Do you think the animals had something to do with the wax? And the fat from the animals had something to do with the wax? Maybe, yes, possibly. We're still skimming. Candles. Candles. I see that word rolled again. Rolled, and I know I saw it. Rolled. Wax. Candle makers. Wax. Candle wax. Look at paragraph 3. There's beeswax again. Beeswax. Beeswax candles. Candles. I saw this word tallow. I'm going to go back. I'm going to skim paragraph 2 quickly. There it is. Tallow. Tallow. Animal fat. Burned. Tallow candles. Burning. Wicks. Okay. Now we're beginning to pick up that pace. We're in paragraph 4. Oils. And I saw the word oil. I'm going back to paragraph 1. I'm skimming quickly. And I even caught the word sun. That's repetitive. There's that word, oil. Skimming quickly. Now we go back to paragraph 4. You guys are doing a great job. Candle makers. Wax. Burn. Candles. Waxes. Let's see the word paraffin. Paraffin. Beeswax candles. 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 Burn. Candles. Good. So repetitive words, when you see these words over and over and over, that's the author's purpose. You get the main idea. You'll know conclusively that this passage will be all about what? Candles. Period. Bottom line. It's going to be about the candles. And we saw sequence words like first and today. That lets you know that we're going to talk about the first what? Candles and candles that we use now, right? Today. Take your pencil or your pen. You're going to underline the last 2 sentences of the last paragraph, looking for the main idea. The conclusion will summarize what the passage should be about. Again, this is a pre-reading strategy. So let's determine where we will need to start. Let's start at modern. Let's see if that's where we need to start. Yes, it is. And we're going to read the sentence. Are you ready? Let's read. Modern candles come in many shapes and sizes and are often perfumed with rich fragrances that release pleasant aromas as the candles burn. So you should have that sentence underlined. Now we know that today candles have a what? A pleasant scent. Good. And how is that scent spelled? Since we had a lesson on homophones, how is that scent spelled? Is it C-E-N-T as in good, S-C-E-N-T? Because C-E-N-T means the what? The money. Good, excellent. And look at the last sentence. Let's underline it and read it. Read. Although we now have other choices for light, we still enjoy the warm, decorative glow candles bring to our homes and celebrations. Turn over. Now we're going to pick that pace up. And when the scholars or when the readers get the gist of the pre-reading strategy, it picks up. It goes a lot quicker. Number one, read, because we're going to answer the following questions about the history of candles. All right, number one, read. This passage is mostly about, take your pencil or your colored pens and circle mostly about. What object is being tested? What object is being tested when you hear mostly about? The whole passage. What the story is all about. So this is testing main idea. Now, the session is not geared for test prep, but you still want to know what the author is going to evaluate you on. What skill? Look at number two. Oh, this is a short answer response, isn't it? So we need to make sure we're writing incomplete sentences that make sense using information from the passage. Read number two. How were rushlights different from candles? Comparison, contrast. We're taking a look at what? Rushlights and what? Candles. So these two are our subjects. So write S-U-B-J, an abbreviation for subject. S-U-B-J. So these two are our subject nouns. And we need to take a look at how they are what? Different, these two subject nouns. So we're going to give one detail for rushlights. We're going to give one detail for candles. And so we're going to draw a Venn diagram to illustrate that this is making connections. We are actually needing to tell the what? Tell the what? Difference between both of these subjects. All right. How can we start out our statement? How can we start this out? How are rushlights different from candles? Oh, good. Capital R, rush lights are different because do not write past the line. So you started the statement, rushlights are different because, and you're going to give a detail from the text, and then you're going to complete this short answer response with one detail as to how candles are what? Look at number three. This is a chart. What do we have in the chart? Egypt. Rome, China, Japan, India, Europe. These are called countries. Countries. These are countries, right? Read. Fill in the what? Chart with the substances used to make early candles in each area. So let's say you have a problem focusing, you have a problem paying attention. Then you need to underline what it is the author needs you to do in order to answer this question. How are we to answer this question? What are we looking for? We're looking for what? Substances used to make early candles. Underline your expectation. And this is called fact and details. So we'll write a capital F, and D, standing for fact and details. These fact and details about each of these countries or each of these places will come from the passage. So we're looking for substances used to make early candles. Good job. We're looking for some facts and details here. Number 4, read. What is a likely reason why people in different places use different materials for making candles? What is a likely reason? Put a box around likely reason. Now, this is an inference. Likely reason why. Capital INF, period. Abbreviation for inference. An inference is a guess based upon the information given from the text. We have to think, use our mind, go back into the story, and logically pull information about this inference. A likely reason why people in where? Different what? Places use different materials for candles. So what I do, you what? So your question should look like mine. How are we going to start out this short answer response? What's the subject? What's the subject? Who has a job in doing something? The materials is not the people. So your subject is people. Here's your subject. SUBJ. This is your subject. So we're going to start out our sentence with what word? People, capital P, because it starts the sentence. Now look at the capital P and the lowercase p. There's a difference, right? Yes. So people in what? Where? In different, come on, finish the statement. In different, you can say countries, that's okay. But what word? Places. Good. You can use country if you wish. People in different places used what? Different materials, and leave it open because you might choose to write because you're leaving it open because you're going to go back into the where? Passage and draw a logical reasoning as to why the people use different materials. All right, take a look at number 5. Items. This is itemized. This is an itemized question. Read. What were 3 problems with tallow candles? What are we looking for? What's our job? What's our job here? We're looking for, good job. We're looking for 3 problems with what? What's the subject? Tallow what? Candles. You do what I do. Again, another fact and detail question because you have to go back into the passage. Now, this will obviously be part 1 of our lesson on the history of the candle, where we pre-read the story before actually reading the story. So again, I will just call this session part 1 of this informational text because we're pre-reading. We're reading the questions before we read the story. And in part 2, we'll go back and read the entire what? Passage. Take a look at number 6. Read. Choose 2 ways modern candles have improved from candles of the past. What are we doing? What does the author want us to do here? Choose. What's our verb? What's our verb? Choose. We must do something. We must choose how many ways? Choose 2 ways. See, again, this helps those that might lose focus. And we're taking a look at 2 subjects. We're going to choose between 2 what? No. Look at the question. 2 what? 2 what? 2 what? What's the subject? What types of candles? Modern candles. So choose 2 ways. Draw an arrow. Here's your first subject. Modern candles. This is subject 1. Have improved, and we're looking for how they have what? Improved from candles of the. So there's a difference here. So we're looking at candles of the past. What does this mean? So wait a minute, let's identify. This is subject 2. Subject 1, we're looking at modern candles. Subject 2, we're looking at candles of the past. So modern, what does modern mean? What does modern mean? Well, let's tackle today. Let's circle today. Let's circle past and let's circle the word modern. Then what does past mean? What does past mean? Long time ago. Long time ago. So let's make a note. Long time ago. That's what past means. It happened a long time ago. Remember, good readers make notes as they what? Read. So what could modern mean? Now we're comparing modern candles to candles from a long time ago. What is the opposite of long time ago? Today. Good. Modern means today. Good job. Look at number 7. Read the sentence from paragraph 4. Where are we going? That's the expectation. Interestingly. So let's read. Read. Interestingly, traditional beeswax candles are still popular and have stood the test of time. So stood the test of time is underlined. You automatically know we're going to do a circle it. This is word meaning. We're going to need to go back into the passage and find stood the test of time in paragraph 4. Let's follow the directive. Here's paragraph 4. Let's look for stood the test of time. We're skimming. See, professors, we're practicing. We're pre-reading. See, this is line 30. So we're looking to see where, did you see it? Here it is. stood the test of time. Put a box around it. It's on line where? It's on line 30. So right here, we're going to write capital L period 30. That means we're going to go to line 30 and we're going to follow these directions using the information from the entire passage. What does the phrase stood the test of time mean in this context? How are we going to start our statement? How are we going to start our short answer? Are you thinking? Quick, because we have to wrap it up. We have to read 8 and 9. How are we going to start our statement, class? Come on, because online learners are listening. This is a teach piece. And the professors that are watching this and teaching their scholars, they're listening to your response. So, stood the test of time is how we will start our short what? Answer. Good. Capital S. Stood the test of time. Now, what are we going to do? What's missing? What's missing? Our what? What are these called? Quotation marks. Don't forget to put your quotation marks. Stood the test of time, comma. So you want to get them practicing good punctuation skills. Stood the test of time. Means, and I'll take the comma from here and put it after means. Stood the test of time means, comma, and you're going to go back into the where? Passage 2, paragraph 4. Already told you. The author already told you where it's going to be found. And now you clearly see why we numbered each line. You can number them by 5s. You can number the lines by 10s. Because this is where the readers can go now to line 30. Take a look at number 8. Read. Which of the following text features would best support the information detailed in the text? Put a box around text features. Oh, we know what's being tested here. Text features. And we're looking at the best support for the information detailed in the entire text. Will it be the title? Will it be the pictures? What is it going to be? That's what we're looking for when it says text features. This is a multiple choice question. All right, look at number 9, last one. Read. Light plays an important part in many ceremonies, often through the use of the candles or the use of candles, lamps, or fire. Name some ceremonies or celebrations you know of where light plays an important role. So name some ceremonies or celebrations you, circle who has to do the job. You, the reader, know of where light plays an important role. So number 9 means it's personal. This is text -to -self. This is a text to self question. That means that you are writing about how light is important and how it plays a role for you, the person. Okay, so how will we start this out? Good job, you are so smart. Capital L, light. Look at that lowercase g. Plays. Look at that lowercase y. Plays has an S. Second language learners on the end of it. Your spelling plays with an S, with an S. Light plays an important role. And you're going to finish that statement. This was part 1. That's what I'm going to title this informational text on the history of candles as part 1. We'll take a look at part 2, where we will read the entire passage and answer the what? Questions. Keep practicing. Keep studying. I do hope that you've learned a lot today in session 1 regarding informational text and short answer responses and using that information from the text. I am your response to interventionist specialist, Ms. Tessie Sanders Matlock. Again, see you in part 2. Bye-bye.